These are the ODDFELLOWS.
When you start to frown, there'll be smiles all around. Nothing in the world is gonna get you down. Consider yourself at home. Consider yourself part of the family. We've taken to you so strong. Consider yourself alone. Consider yourself part of the furniture. There isn't a lot to say. Who cares? We say whatever we got, we share. It's your chance to be. We should see some harder days. Empty-hearted days. Like rust, don't rust. Always a chance for me. Somebody to foot the bill. Then the drinks are on the house. Consider yourself your mate. We don't want to have fuss, for after some consideration we can state. Consider yourself one of us. Nobody tries to be la-di-da and up with tea. There's a cup of tea for all. Only as wise to be handy with a rolling pin when the landlord comes to call. Consider yourself mate. We don't want to have no stinking fuss, for after some consideration we can state. Consider yourself, don't sit on the shelf. Consider yourself one of us, my friend. Make yourself and show yourself at home.
Thank you. Perhaps that was self-explanatory. We would like you to just kick back, sit back, and enjoy and consider yourself at home while we amuse you and sing for you things we've been working on for a good while now. The birth tones have been a thing for many years. This is sort of our 16th season. Some people go back even further to the prehistoric times before I was born. But we just have a collection of songs that we love and we hope that you do or will soon. And we just want to share an evening of mirthiness. We call ourselves the Mirth Tones. Tones is the music-y part, and the mirth is joy and happiness and humor on a good day. And we spell it kind of funny because we also want to honor Mother Earth. So some of our songs are kind of geared towards that, kind of a consciousness, honoring of our mother. And I know we'll hear some songs like that. And the other part is to make sure that you're smiling most of the evening. And to that end, we're going to sing a couple of Madrigalian tunes. The first is Pastime in Good Company, attributed to King Henry VIII, and we don't know if he had a henchman write this or not, but his name is on it, and it's again about having a good time with friends.
Pastime with the company I love and shall until I die. Grudge who lost but none deny. So God
chanson because it's French, composed by Pierre Passereau in the early 1500s. As you will see in this piece, Passereau liked to use onomatopoeia and double entendres. The song is a conversation between two women, one woman telling the other woman how good her husband is. He doesn't annoy or beat me. He does the cleaning and he feeds the chickens, and I take my pleasure.
Discovered works of the only forgotten son of the Bach family. Mirthtones is proud to present to you today PDQ Bach's My Bonnie Lass, She Smell It.
My bonny lass, she smelleth, making the flowers jealous. My bonny lass, she smelleth, me on the cheek doth saith. She looketh like a jewel and soundeth like a mule. My bonny lass, she walketh like a doe and talketh like a crow. My bonny lass liketh to dance a lot, liketh to dance a lot. She's Guinevere and Dancer Lancelot, and Dancer Lancelot. Fa la 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 la, fa la 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 la. Hey! Fa la 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 la, fa la 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 la. Fa la 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 la. My bonny lass, I need not flatter, what she doth not have doth not matter. Ooh la 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 la. Our next song was written a bit over 100 years ago by Rudyard Kipling. It's from his children's book, Puck of Pook's Hill. Puck is the Puck from Midsummer Night's Dream, and he's instructing his children in history and customs, particularly magical customs, and about England. And this one is about the trees, oak and ash and thorn. Oak and ash, yes. Thorn, actually, I only found out yesterday it was hawthorn. And I've heard of hawthorn all my life, and it's only recently on a trip to Ireland that I worked out what it was, and it was everywhere and blooming. And there was this one story we heard about it that was of interest. There's a new freeway that we are on, and it has a little jog in it for seemingly no reason at all. But we heard that it was because there's an ancient hawthorn tree which was reputed to be the gathering place for fairies, the fae of the local area, before they went off to battle with other neighboring groups of fae.
You never know what you're going to learn in this. There will not be a quiz tomorrow.
All the trees that grow so fair are women to adore, fairer than beneath the sun than oak and ash and thorn. Sing oak and ash and thorn, good sirs, all on a midsummer's morn. Surely we sing of no little thing in oak and ash and thorn.
Oak of the clay, so many a day ere ever a day's began. Ash was the loop of the lady at home when Group was an outlaw man. Thorn of the dance, some new Troy town from which dear London was born. Witness hereby the ancient tribe of oak and ash and thorn.
Sing oak and ash and thorn, good sirs, all on a midsummer's morn. Surely we sing of no little thing in oak and ash and thorn. You that is old in church or molding, great of the mighty bow. Alder for shoes your wise men choose, and birch for a cup also. But when you have killed your bow, that's filled it, your shoes are clear outworn. Back you must speed for all that you need in oak and ash and thorn. Sing oak and ash and thorn, good sirs, all on a midsummer's morn. Surely we sing of no little thing in oak and ash and thorn.
Ellen, she hated mankind and waited till every cause be laid, to drop a devil ahead of him who anyone trusts her shade. But whether a lad be sober or sad or mellow with them from the horn, he'll take no rosy life along neath oak and ash and thorn.
Sing oak and ash and thorn, good sirs, all on a midsummer's morn. Surely we sing of no little thing in oak and ash and thorn. Do not tell the priest of our art, for they would call it a sin. But we have been in the woods all night and conjuring summer in. We bring you news by word of mouth, good news for cattle and corn. Now as the sun come up from the south in oak and ash and thorn. Sing oak and ash and thorn, good sirs, all on a midsummer's morn. Surely we sing of no little thing in oak and ash and thorn. Sing oak and ash and thorn, good sirs, all on a midsummer's morn. Surely we sing of no little thing in oak and ash and thorn.
Okay. So we're in the Mother Earth part of our programming tonight. Oak, ash, and thorn being members of the earthly tribes. Oh, that was pretty good, and I just learned something about hawthorn. That's cool. This next song is kind of a favorite of, I think, all of ours, really. I came upon, or this song came upon me music for a dinner for earth scientists, climatologists and such, in a kind of secret location near Stanford campus. And all these scientists from everywhere were talking about climate change. Now this is a good 10 years ago, but it was a thing. And then I didn't know anything about what they were talking about. We were playing for dinner, my little trio, and one of the scientists came up at some point during the post-dinner kind of festivities and asked if he could have the mic and play a song. Of course he could. So he grabbed the guitar and sang this song that was written by his next door neighbor, Pete Seeger. And it was just a genius song. Subsequently, I found a 4-part arrangement of it, and we're going to sing that for you now. It's called To My Old Brown Earth.
To my old brown earth, and to my old blue sky, I now give these last few molecules of mine. And you who sing, and you who stand nearby, I do charge you not to cry. Guard well our human chain, watch well you keep it strong, as long as sun will shine. And this our home, keep pure and sweet and green, for now I'm yours, and you are also mine. To my old brown earth, and to my old blue sky, I now give these last few molecules of mine. And you who sing, and you who stand nearby, I do charge you not to cry. Guard well our human chain, watch well you keep it strong, as long as sun will shine. And this our home, keep pure and sweet and green, for now I'm yours, and you are also
So, next one's a little bit of a lecture, really, but it started like as a drinking song written by Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart in one of his more mischievous moods. He wrote it to apparently a friend, but he was pretty insulting, somebody named Martin, and the words in German are something like, "Oh, you knucklehead, Martin," and it goes on. Sorry, Martin. I don't know. Oh, geez. Okay, well, so we found one in English that was dubbed the drinking song, us drink together and blah, blah, blah. Which we do every Tuesday when we rehearse, but in keeping with our mission and our thrust, our musical, what's the word, intentions, I gave the group an assignment, a homework assignment, to come up with mirthier words. Although drinking together is pretty mirthy. Overshare, sorry. And so we had a tenor at the time, a lovely fellow called Larry Rosenthal, who doesn't sing with us anymore because that commute from the East Bay just became too much. But before he defected back to the East Bay, he gave us words for Mozart's music, and instead of calling it the drinking song, we now call it the thinking song. And we know you already know all this, so even though we're scolding you a little bit, don't take it personally. Thinking song by Mozart and Larry.
Make sustainable your lifestyle. We all think it would be worthwhile. Your carbon load on us bestowed. Environmental cleanliness must now be everybody's business, or else we'll lose our planet's fitness. So you must bow, recycle now. LED bulbs are now all that we can allow. Are you so wasteful you cannot adjust? Are you so wasteful you cannot adjust? Then think, you filthy slob. Think and adjust. Turn off the lights and take the bus. Efficient energy's a must. Clean up. Let's do it now. Make sustainable your lifestyle. We all think it would be worthwhile. Your carbon load on us bestowed. Environmental cleanliness must now be everybody's business.
Make sustainable your lifestyle. We all think it would be worthwhile. Your carbon load on us bestowed. Environmental cleanliness must now be everybody's business.
Make sustainable your lifestyle. We all think it would be worthwhile. Your carbon load on us bestowed. Environmental cleanliness must now be everybody's
Sustainable your lifestyle. We all think it would be worthwhile. Your carbon load on us bestowed. Environmental cleanliness.
sustainable your lifestyle.
Our planet's
Let's do it now.
For those who know me, can't believe that I did this, but I left home my introduction, but it happens to be backed up on my phone. So the next song is it's called Water. It's by Anders Endenroth, and it's a complex chorale piece, and it's all about earth and sustainability, and the composition goes beyond just the singers in the audience. It's about deep reflection, and we use tuned water bottles. So that is meant to bring back to mind, you know, water and, you know, all those water bubbles running around. So you can hear them tuning up right now.
Tune for a moment. It's water. All right, can I go have water in it? Give me, Jack. It's a little flat.
Harry Belafonte. He actually collected it in East Africa, in Guinea. And where he found it, he went and found an old African storyteller that went way back in time and told a story from African mythology about how the fire, the sun, the water, and the earth work together. And these are the things that turn the world around. Each of us is here for a very short time. If we take time out to understand each other, we'll find there really is not that much difference between us. The question is, do I know who you are? And do we care about each other? Because if we do, then together we can turn the world around.
We come from the fire, living in the fire. Go back to the fire, turn the world around. We come from the fire, living in the fire. Go back to the fire, turn the world around. We come from the fire, living in the fire. Go back to the fire, turn the world around. We come from the water, living in the water. Go back to the water, turn the world around. We come from the water, living in the water. Go back to the water, turn the world around. We come from the water, living in the water. Go back to the water, turn the world around. We come from the mountain, living on the mountain. Go back to